man, the myth, the legend, Chef Dennis Chan.
Hello. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody. We are live today. It's our first live, and I thought we'd do a little cooking class. Jerry talked me into it. And so a couple of things we'll make is we'll make a cow soy, which is our Thai, it's a Thai soup that has a delicious fried noodle on top.
All right.
So, yeah.
And Dennis always tells me my favorite flavor is
fried.
Yes,
exactly. Everything has to have some fried element in it. But I guess we should tell everyone out there, if you don't know Jerry, how we know each other. Jerry is the founder of The Scoop and of Jacksonville Restaurant Reviews. And so we met each other probably about 10 years ago or so. And we share a mutual interest in business. He's my guru when it comes to stuff business. So I always look to him for advice.
All right, what are we making? We're diving in.
So cow soy. What is cow soy, right? Cow, not pig.
Okay.
Cow, beef.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
So cow, it means rice.
Rice.
Rice,
Okay.
yes. But there's no rice in this dish.
Fun fact, Thai language, there's 11 tones.
Oh, yes?
Anybody who's spoken some tonal languages, Chinese, there's 4.
Yeah.
And good God, if you're learning Chinese coming from English, it's crazy hard to pick up on those 4. Can you imagine 11?
So, when I was in college, I studied linguistics. So,
so you can imagine 11. All right. So
tones are, in English, we speak with tones as we speak a sentence. So at the end of a sentence, a tone, if it rises, usually it's a question.
Yep.
Or if it just ends, it's usually a statement. But in Thai and in Chinese, it goes up and down and up and down. It almost sounds like a song sometimes when people sing. So for this dish, we have a little beef. This is a curry soup dish. So,
all right, so we got some beef. I'm going to hold them up so we can make sure you get to see them.
And I thought these fresh veggies that we would use today, you can use whatever veggies you like. You can make this dish at home. It's an easy weeknight meal. We have broccolini. We have some cauliflower. This is a Chinese cauliflower. It's got a looser head than what we get in the grocery store.
All right.
There's some fresh herbs, which are cilantro, some mint.
Smells so good.
And if you have some basil, you can use basil instead of mint if you'd like. We have some key limes. You can use Persian limes if you want to. I don't know how hot or spicy we want it, but we have some Thai chilies, and there's some small ones and some big ones. These, one chili is enough for one whole pot of curry.
Wow.
Yes. So it's pretty hot. For me, like half of one is enough for the whole pot.
For me, like a pinch is enough for the whole thing.
And so if you go to Thai restaurants, a lot of them will use this to make their dishes hotter. So then we have some bok choy here and some carrots. Some of the other ingredients we have in this dish are some coconut milk, the unsweetened kind. So don't use Coco Lopez for your curry, or it'll taste like a pina colada curry.
That'd be bad.
We have a little bit of chicken stock that we made here that we'll use in our soup. We have some tofu. And here's the main seasoning of this dish.
So we go beef and tofu in the dish?
We're going to do beef and tofu.
Okay.
So if some people don't like tofu, they'll eat the beef, however. Sure. We can do one dish or one per person.
Okay.
So this is Thai curry. So if you like curry in any Thai restaurant, a lot of them will use these curry pastes to start their meal. And if you like red curry, if you like green curry, if you like yellow curry, any kind of curry starts with a curry paste. And a curry paste is just a bunch of dried herbs and a bunch of fresh seasonings that are pounded into a paste to make your dish.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's make a dish.
Okay, let's make a dish. Here's the this though is
too, huh?
the most important part of a cow soy. And many years ago, there was a lady who put on great events here in town that were in a secret location. And she asked me, where can I get a good cow soy? Because that was one of her favorite dishes, and no one in town made it.
Yeah, I've never seen it on a menu.
Yes, so I'm going to show you how to make it
All right.
instead. But you find some dried noodles. These are already bound in a nest, and you just fry them to make them crispy before you serve. And that's just used as the garnish on the dish.
All right.
Okay, so
we're going to head to the wok?
Yeah, let's head over to the wok.
All right, let's do it.
So come on around. I'm going to start by boiling some water so that we can blanch our ingredients before we cook. All right. If you watch our channel before, you know our setup here. Our wok is right here. It's got huge flames that go up, and I'm about half power right now. I did not turn it all the way up, but it's got flames that come up here. So yeah, so I'm going to bring this to a boil, some water, and I'm just going to pre-blanch some of our veggies so that when we put them into our soup, they'll cook right away and it'll be ready to serve. Some of the other ingredients, while we're waiting for our water to boil, we have some curry powder. This is just a yellow curry powder mix that you can get at any market. We have an egg. We're going to make this really street food style, so we're going to garnish with an egg on top and then just kind of undercook it a little bit so that the yolk can run into the curry. Fish sauce is the seasoning that in Southeast Asian cooking, they use this instead of salt, and it adds a roundness that just salt or soy sauce can't get. We've got some ginger and garlic too, just to bump up that flavor a little bit of what we're making.
All right.
So yeah, so while we're waiting,
yes,
we're heating up a little bit. This, let me turn it up just a little bit more. You can hear that roar in the background. I think that, right? That's how
I can hear the roar.
Yeah, that's how when you go to an Asian restaurant, they can cook your food so fast. Part of it is mise en place, which is having all of your stuff ready ahead of time. And the other part is we use these huge flamed cooking stoves that are able to cook our food pretty quickly. So if it takes more than 2 minutes to do a dish, it's too long.
2 minutes?
Yes, 2 minutes. Right? So you blanch for about 1.5 minutes and then stir fry it with your sauce and it's ready to serve.
And you're ready to rock.
Yep.
So you grew up in the restaurant business, right? We always have fun talking business with Chef
Yes.
David. So what kind of restaurants did your family, obviously Chinese restaurants?
Chinese restaurants. My grandfather had Chinese restaurants when I was growing up. In my lifetime alone, my family has had 12 restaurants around here. So,
wow.
Yeah, so it was, you know.
A lot of Chinese takeout?
Yeah, well, back then they were full service restaurants. You always went to the restaurant to eat.
Oh.
So we did have drive-through takeout restaurants, and we also had full service sit-down restaurants.
So you grew up hanging out in the restaurant?
I grew up in the restaurant. I loved it. My first job was running the drive-through at my family's restaurant. So
I know that feeling. My first job was stocking shelves at my dad's.
Oh business. yes. Okay, so we've got a full boil there. I'm going to put in some cauliflower, some carrots, and those are going to take the longest to cook. The cauliflower and the carrots, and then a few stalks of broccolini. So that will, we'll let that cook for about 1.5 minutes. Okay. You ever blanch your veggies ahead of time when you cook at home, Jerry?
I don't cook at home. My wife's a fabulous cook. My passion has always been eating out. Like I've always enjoyed kind of the process of eating out, understanding how things are made. And then when I got started in, writing about food, I was coming from having played poker professionally. And when you play poker professionally, what you become an expert at is understanding why and how people make decisions. And writing about food, it naturally kind of slides right over, right? Because what people want when they read an article you write about a restaurant, when you write a review, they want to know are they going to like it? They don't care if I like it. They want to know, are they going to like it?
Right.
And, if they like it, obviously they're going to come to the restaurant and they'll read another review. And if they don't, they won't. So we try to write. I've always tried to write in a way, and with the volunteer writers we've had over the years, I've always tried to ask them to write in a way that we wrote to help you figure out if you'll like the restaurant as opposed to just like technically reviewing a restaurant.
Yep. And that's how you started Jacksonville Restaurant Reviews. I've heard you tell me the story many times, but I think we should share with everyone out there why you started Jacksonville Restaurant Reviews.
I show up to my favorite restaurant one day with my whole family, and the chef who I've gotten to know comes walking out, and it looks like his dog died, looking at his face. And he tells me, they turned off the power. I lost everything in my fridge and freezer, and the restaurant's over. And when you watch a dream die in front of you, it does something to you. It changes you. It makes you want to do something about it as well. And so I had just built and sold a company doing poker training and learned how to put thousands of eyeballs on a website. And so I said, you know what? I can do that for restaurants in Jacksonville because we've got tons of amazing restaurants doing awesome food but flying under the radar. So, that's what set me on this journey. And then we've got some really cool stories of places we've highlighted and really help them to grow, help businesses struggling to stay in business when they were doing awesome food but having trouble getting the word out, and everything in between. And now we've got a big Facebook group called The Scoop.
Well, the restaurant community, at least in our area, is very thankful to you because, back in the day, you would do events where you would sell tickets, and then the restaurants would be able to showcase the best of what they do. And you've just done a lot for restaurants in our community, and I know there are others out there who have done similar things for their communities.
Where are we headed next?
I have strained our veggies that we blanched, and we're going to cook a little. I have a little bit of oil in there. I'm going to turn up the heat, and we are going to add in our beef. So you see, we're doing this in real time. So this is an easy recipe for you to do at home on a weeknight. It just takes a little bit of preparation ahead of time, cutting your veggies, and making sure you have all the ingredients there ready.
Get it all prepped. How long are we going to be cooking the beef?
Okay, so the beef you cook just until it is about halfway cooked, and it's sticking a little bit. So, but once we put in the stock, that'll release that. It's called a fond when you have that on the bottom of your
F-O-N-D?
F-O-N-D, yes. That's the French term of sticking to the pan.
Fond.
Yeah.
All right.
And what you'll do is that's called releasing the fond when you put a little bit of liquid in there. Okay, so that's about halfway cooked. I'm going to add in some ginger, some garlic, and that's our fragrance. And then we're going to add a little red curry paste to that. So about a tablespoon and a half or so. We're going to stir that around. So it's starting to smell a little good in here.
Definitely starting to get some of that
curry aromatic
joy in the air.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take some chicken stock. And, if you're at home and you're cooking this, you can do this. You can just use a cheater chicken stock if you want to at home. Open up a can or open up one of those cartons. I'm going to add a little bit of curry powder. That will just bump up our curry flavor. So the paste that I used was a red curry paste. You can use whatever curry paste you like. They have Peking curry and Penang curry. Use your favorite. Okay, so that's going to come to a boil. And then I'm going to add in a can of coconut milk. And at this point, if you want it spicy, this is when you add in your red pepper.
Okay. Red pepper or the chilies?
The red chili.
Red chili.
The chili pepper, yes. That, like we were saying, one pepper would be enough for this whole dish.
I'll stay away.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you get all this good stuff because there is
you want all the thick stuff out of the can at the end, yeah?
The thick stuff is what gives you the flavor. And Jerry, I'm going to ask you because I bet everyone watching is going to have the same question. How is coconut milk made? Any idea?
I don't have a clue how coconut milk. I mean, I know what coconut water is.
Yes. What is coconut water?
Oh, I mean, it's the stuff on the inside of the coconut.
On the inside of the coconut, yes. So you would think that you just open up a coconut and that is your coconut milk. But what you do is to make coconut milk, you take the white part of the coconut, the meat,
press it,
you shred it, and then you put water with it, and you mix it up, and then you squeeze out or you strain out the solids, and what's left is coconut milk. And so to make this, you want to make sure you get that little bit of solid that's in there with the coconut milk, because that adds your richness to your dish.
If you're watching live with us today and you have questions, feel free. I'm assuming there's a chat on YouTube. Yep. So feel free to throw questions or comments in the chat. Our lovely camera woman here, Abigail, will read those out to us as we go.
Okay, so this is coming to a boil. I'm going to add a little bit of fish sauce so that we have a little saltiness to it. The sweetness comes from the coconut milk. So with every Southeast Asian dish, you want it to be sour, sweet, and savory. So you're going to have that balance by, we're going to add a little bit of lime juice for the sour.
Sour, sweet, and savory in every dish.
Sour, sweet, and savory in every dish.
Those are like flavors coming from different directions colliding, aren't they?
Yes, yes. But that's what makes Thai food so appealing, is it's got all those flavors in one.
All right, we do have a question. As someone who moved down to Jack's a few years ago and loves very spicy dishes, what's the spiciest dish you have as I...
Well, Chef Dennis can share. How about the spiciest dish you regularly make? And then one thing about Chef Dennis, normally when I talk to chefs and I say, what's your favorite burger in Jacksonville? What's your favorite Spanish food in Jacksonville? Whatever. They don't have an answer because they're always in the kitchen. But Chef Dennis makes a day, at least out of the week, where you go try another restaurant.
Oh, yes. Right? I'm always trying other restaurants. So I am a spice wimp, but I do like spicy dishes. And a spicy dish that's in the Chinese kitchen is if you take chilies like this and dry them, they're dried bird chilies, and you take them and you saute them in a little bit of oil to release the flavors. Then you add in whatever protein you're cooking with it, and some onions and scallions, and it makes a beautiful just chili stir fry to put with rice. And it's so addictive, and you garnish it with peanuts, and it's a Szechuan style. You know, it's in the flavors that you would get in central China, and is spicy, 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 and it's a great dish. That's a Chinese style. If you like Thai curries, add in your fresh chilies, just as we were talking about before. I'll show you those again. These are Thai bird chilies, and you can get them at your local Asian market. Everyone always keeps these stocked, and one or two of them will give you a nice heat in any dish. Okay, so while this is cooking, I'm going to, it's just coming to a boil, and I'm going to take our noodles and I'm going to drop these in the fryer. I'll leave you here with Jerry while I drop these in the fryer.
All right, he's going to the fryer. He's going to put the noodles in, and there he is. Headed down to the fryer. It's all for me when I voice things over. It's always the most fun to be like an announcer. Yeah.
So these are great, and one of the I don't know if you recognize these, Jerry, but a few years ago we did a burger at a local restaurant, and I had to do an Asian version of a burger, and so we used the burger patty, but for the buns we used these as our buns.
I ate that in Taiwan this year, actually.
Yeah,
there's a burger chain in Taiwan that they're famous for
their noodle buns.
For the noodle buns, their crispy noodle buns.
Okay, so that didn't take very long at all. That's just, we put them in the fryer, let them crisp up a little bit. We're going to set that aside to drain while we cook the rest of our dish.
And if you're doing that at home, you're just going to, how are we going to make that at home if you don't have
air fryer?
Air fryer.
Everyone has an air fryer these days, so that's the best way to do that. All right, so that is boiling nicely. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit.
And we're adding the veggies back in.
So let's add the veggies back in now. They'll go right in.
Kevin Gallagher says, always nice seeing Chef Dennis.
Oh, Chef Kevin, good to hear from you. Kevin is my friend who lives in East Central Florida. And he's also a chef, and I think one day he went to this place that you can make your own pancakes, and I thought, what a cool place to go. It's in a park. It's in a state park.
And they give you the batter.
And they give you the batter, and you make the pancakes right at the table.
Kind of fun.
So yes. So
I love going to Korean barbecue. Same kind of idea, right?
Yes. Okay, so this is starting to boil. I'm going to put in some tofu. All right. And then I'm going to grab a tasting spoon and give this a taste.
On the way.
See if it's where we want it to be.
Right.
I'm going to let you taste too, Jerry.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do that as well. That's really quite good.
It is good. It is good.
That's quite good.
I'm going to add a little bit more lime to it because I want a little bit more lime kick. These little limes have so much seeds, but it's a good. Key limes are a little more sour than Persian limes, but you need it for this dish.
So you just try to dodge the seeds as you go, or pick them out as
Yeah,
the season?
yeah. You can use a little strainer if you want to do that. Okay. All right, that should do it for us. All right, so I'm going to turn off the heat here, and I'm going to change out my wok. I'm going to leave this here, and then I'm going to change out my wok because I want to do a fried egg for the topping.
To top it off, give us
Yes.
that street food feel.
Yes, yes. So, whenever you watch those videos on YouTube and they go to these street food markets, you always see a fried egg on top of everything because adding a fried egg always adds that nice, fragrant, fresh cooked scent. So I'm going to take a little bit of oil and I'm going to crack an egg.
You know, when I was over in Taiwan, we stopped off at a night market. And, man, if there weren't a million flavors and things I'd never seen before, just absolutely amazing when you go someplace else.
I bet you saw lots of stinky tofu there too.
I tried stinky tofu,
You
and
did?
that was my one and only adventure in stinky tofu.
Oh, wow.
That will not happen again.
Yeah, that is, and it is so flavorful. Stinky tofu is so flavorful, but
yeah, the worst kind of way.
But it's so stinky.
Woo! It's kind of like my Chinese friends liken it to when you eat a really stinky cheese.
It is. It's very much like a stinky cheese.
Yeah, very pungent. It will definitely get your attention.
Okay, so while that egg is finishing up, let's plate. We want some of these good veggies in the bottom of this plate. And it's so colorful. This dish, you can put whatever veggies you want to in this dish. It'll be good no matter what. All those seasonings and herbs make it just a delicious, satisfying dish. All right, so I'm going to take this and put it right here.
There we go.
All right, let's strain our egg a little bit. Some of that oil. Okay, we'll put that right on top. And then I have to plate with my noodles, my fried noodles. So let's plate with a couple of these noodles.
Got the bird's nest going on?
Bird's nest right on top.
It's fitting. You got an egg right next to it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So then that is our cow soy blue bamboo style.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That looks incredible.
It's a great dish. So we need some dessert to go with this.
All right, let's do dessert.
So we need some dessert. What should we do? You think we should do some
so we talked about halo halo.
Halo halo, yes.
All right.
Great. Come on around. Let's do halo halo. And halo halo is a Filipino dessert. It is halo halo means mix. So it's really an ice cream dessert that you'll build in your cup. And I have an ice shaver, and I'm told that you can only use this kind of ice shaver. You cannot just use crushed ice for this.
So what can you do at home if you want to make halo halo?
You can put your ice in a food processor, and you can crush it that way. But you get bigger chunks when you do it that way. So let's start this. I need to plug in our ice machine, our ice crushing machine. And where have you had halo halo before?
Where have I had halo halo? I've had halo halo at probably 3 or 4 different Philippines restaurants, but off the top of my head, I honestly can't think of which ones.
You know, we've got some great.
That's sad, isn't it?
Well, we've got some great Filipino restaurants around this area. I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab a cup of ice, and then we're going to put that into our...
All right, cup of ice headed this way. Chef Dennis, having to go ice. But we're not going to chase them all the way over there. Fun fact, so we cook with a couple different herbs, and I love to grow things in my garden. And if you've never grown anything, mint is a great herb to start with because it grows like a weed. So you can put that mint in the ground and it will take off. It will go everywhere. The only problem is a lot of times it'll come back on its own, and you'll have some challenges getting rid of it maybe if you decide you want to get rid of it at some point. Also, cilantro, if you've ever had fresh cilantro, you know that it's so much more potent when it was just cut. Even a day or two sitting in the fridge, it loses some of that oomph.
Yeah, every herb or vegetable is best when it's first picked. That's why when you grow a tomato, the tomato tastes so much better when it's vine ripe because it has The science behind it is it has something called glutamic acid, and the G in MSG is glutamic acid, glutamate. So, okay, so I have my ice machine here. I'm going to put in our ice, and we're going to shave it. Okay, that did not take long to shave at all. Okay, so we're going to take and build our halo, right?
Halo.
We want to put in some, this is called ube jam, and it is a purple potato that has been made into a puree. And we're going to just put that around the outside of our glass so that there's a beautiful purple color in this dish.
Tastes like a slightly sweeter sweet potato, yeah?
It is a sweeter sweet potato. We're going to take some of this crushed ice and put it in the bottom. And you can do, if you want to do bananas, you can put bananas in the bottom and just mash it up so that it's got that banana flavor to it. Then I'm going to add a little bit of a sauce that I made. I made this sauce out of coconut milk, condensed milk, and evaporated milk. So it's like our own little tres leches. 3 milks, right?
Let's get it.
Okay, so that goes in. We're going to put in some, this is a gel that is a pineapple gel. And if you've gone to an Asian grocery store and you see the shelves, they have all these jars of stuff. And this is the stuff that you make halo with. So these are chickpeas that are candied. We're going to put that in there. We'll put this, it's called nata de coco, and it is just a coconut jelly. Green coconut jelly.
Now I know what that flavor. When I eat this, there's that like beany sort of flavor to it.
That's what it is.
Now I know where
That's
it came
what
from.
it is.
Chickpeas.
So then we have a melon jelly. It's just a mix of jellies that go in this. Okay. I have some candied papaya I'm going to put in here.
This truly is the mix. This
It
is
is
like
a
15
mixed
ingredients.
mix. Yep. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the ice. Put that in. All right. Then there's more. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. So then I'm going to take some shredded candied coconut. This is called macapuno. Macapuno. All right. It does need a little bit more of the sauce. Okay. And then we have to put the chickpeas weren't enough. There's some red beans we want to put in it.
There's the other beans.
Okay, so there's a couple of beans. Yeah.
The red beans you definitely see in this dish.
And then we want to top it with an ice cream. So in
it's made about a million different ways,
it is,
right? Like
it
it's
is
kind of
ma-
whatever fun, sweet, fruity you got.
Whatever you like, and it's meant to be really refreshing for when you, on a hot day. So I'm going to take some purple ice cream. And I know this is one of Jerry's favorites, is the purple ice cream.
I love that ube ice cream. That's like one of my absolute favorites.
A little more sauce.
I eat this every time I come to Chef Dennis's restaurant, Blue Bamboo.
And there is our halo. So that's our mix. And, traditionally, they garnish it with a piece of flan. So they'll make a flan, and then they'll just have that as part of the garnish, which is good, too. So
I love it. I love it. Good stuff.
So I think we still have time. How about if we make some banana spring rolls, too?
Let's do it. That
so we'll
sounds
teach
awesome.
another technique. One thing I forgot, when you were talking about fresh herbs, I said we forgot to put the fresh herbs on the garnish of our
so
dish.
he added it while we were, he snuck the fresh herbs in there while we were chatting. I like it.
Okay, so to make spring rolls, and you can make them savory or sweet, this is going to be the sweet version of it. We use these wrappers that you get at the Asian market, or some of the regular grocery stores have them too. So it's This is the spring roll. This is the brand that we like because it doesn't turn as dark as fast as the other brands.
So it doesn't look overcooked.
It doesn't look overcooked.
Spring Home is the brand. It's Spring Home TYJ Spring Roll Pastry.
All right. So then to make these, and we use a lot of these wrappers here at the restaurant, between making spring rolls.
You have a ton of fried rolls.
Yep. Because once again, my favorite flavor is fried. Okay. So you can, if you want to prepare all these to roll at the same time, you can do this ahead of time and pull them apart and just set them out ready to roll. Or you can roll them one at a time and pull them one at a time. Set up a little assembly line, but you do have to keep these from drying out. So you want to keep them covered for the most part, or work quickly.
They'll dry out that fast?
They'll dry out that fast.
Wow.
It's not quite like phyllo dough. Phyllo dough dries really quickly. But I have the different types of bananas here. I mean, we all have bananas available locally. So I have one that is a little more ripe and one that's just ripe enough. So we'll use the one that's just ripe enough. We're going to cut this into strips so that we can use it in our roll.
Fun fact, there's actually a pink banana that tastes like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Did you know
Oh,
that?
yes, I saw them. Yes.
They're crazy hard to grow.
Yeah. Have you tried to grow them?
No.
Oh,
Like, people say it takes 6 weeks of, like, tending the seed to get it to germinate.
oh
Like,
wow.
it's, like, wild hard. I grow easy things because I hate failing at growing things.
So when you wrap these, if you want to wrap them the Filipino way, there is a banana spring roll called a turon in Filipino, and that is made with jackfruit strips and banana. So, but we're gonna just make a banana spring roll here so we can fry. I'm gonna make a couple of these, and then we're gonna fry them up.
So pretty straightforward, right? We just grab spring roll pastry.
Yeah.
We're gonna baste it with egg a little bit.
Yeah, the egg is the glue, and you want to roll it until it's. I'll show you. You want to roll it until it's even halfway. So we're gonna roll forward, right? And when it's even like that, you flip over the sides, and then we'll put a little of the glue on there, and then complete your roll. Okay, so let's fry these up. It won't take long to fry. I'm gonna put them in here, and once they start to float, you'll weigh them down with another basket, or they make weights to fry them too. And if you're at home and you don't like the smell of oil in your house, buy yourself one of those Fry Daddies that you could plug in on your patio. Fry outside. When your oil is cool, you could just put a lid on it, and it's so convenient, ready for your next fry.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
great. Otherwise, you pan fry it, yeah, at your house?
You can pan fry, but you'll still get that smell of oil inside.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
inside.
enough. Like you're at McDonald's?
Yes, which isn't such a bad thing.
One of my other favorite Dennis stories is, you're like, Dennis, where's your favorite French fries? He's like, McDonald's is the gold standard for French fries.
They
It
are.
is the perfect French fry.
They are. You know, when we opened our restaurant in the beginning, 20 years ago, I had to research who made McDonald's fries, or how McDonald's fries were made, and this brand kept coming up over and over and over again. So I knew I had to have those fries as my fry that I offered to the guests because they were the best fries.
That's the perfect French fry.
Yeah,
right?
they were the best fries.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So how long are we going to leave them in the fryer?
The fryer is you fry them until they're golden brown and delicious. So GBD, that's what we learned in cooking.
Good
we learned it
acronym.
in culinary school, and so I've always remembered anything you fry until it's GBD. And it'll probably take about 5 minutes or so to fry.
Fry in 5 minutes.
Yes, fry in 5 minutes.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah.
So spring. This is like the perfect recipe if you don't cook.
Yes, it is. You just have to learn how to wrap, and with practice, it will become easy.
And especially the Fry Daddy, that makes it really easy. Right?
Yes.
You just
yes.
throw her in, fry her up, impress your friends.
Better than having a turkey fryer.
Touche. Touche.
Yes.
Touche.
So I have a friend who did a fry party, a corn dog party, and she just opened up a big turkey fryer, and everyone went and fried their own little corn dogs. What a party!
That's awesome. That sounds great. Tell us what's coming up on the channel while we're waiting on these banana spring rolls to fry. What are some of the things we've shot and are coming up on the channel?
Yeah, we've got some really cool things coming up. We do recipes all the time, right? So we do different recipes. We've taken some great requests, and people have asked us, like today, someone asked us for a spicy thing. So we'll make that chili recipe coming up soon.
I'll sit that one out with my lightweight spice.
It's okay. You know, sometimes when you cook chili too, it like goes in the air, and you really you would not want to be in here while we were cooking that dish.
Because you'll burn just from contact high?
Yes, just from breathing it in. Yes,
wow.
Definitely. But we shot a mushu pork video, which is one of the most highly requested recipes. How do you make mushu pork? And that's coming up, I guess this week. It's on the cutting room. It's in editing right now.
Editing. I like
yes.
it.
So that's a great dish, because I've always loved that dish, and every place makes it a little differently, but I think we got the best standard recipe for it, and it's replicatable. People can make it at home.
Something that's not too tough to make.
Yeah, it's not that hard to make. It just takes a little bit of prep, and the flavoring is pretty spot on that dish.
That's awesome. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, before, would you do us a big favor and subscribe to the channel so we can get more eyeballs on this thing, grow it, and share amazing food with people even more?
Yep, we've got some cool videos that we've had too. If you haven't seen them, there's one. My very favorite video is it's one of our first videos, maybe the first 2 or 3 videos. Is
Samurai Dennis.
Samurai Dennis. Jerry threw a pepper at me, and my task was to hit it with a knife and
slice it in midair like a ninja.
Yeah. So the first shot of it, he said, "I didn't think you were going to get it the first time." So I don't know if we even
the first time.
Yeah, I don't even think
we sliced it, hit him in the face. Half of it hit him in the face.
So
the third time we got it perfectly through the middle.
So we may have to recreate that video now that we're coming
Fruit
up.
Ninja in real life?
Yes,
I love
that is Fruit Ninja, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we're still going.
It's still going. Yeah,
this one takes a while.
It does, and that's why we love these. Because what this wrapper allows you to do is it allows you to cook the interior enough. So say you put in raw pork.
Because it holds
or
up
raw
so well,
shrimp.
right?
It holds up well. It won't turn too brown, and the inside will cook nicely.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, we definitely need to play Fruit Ninja in real life. That was fun.
All right. And then we also have coming up on the channel, I took a trip. I know you've been traveling. I took a trip to China, and we have a lot of the places that we visited, I took videos of. So we'll be able to see the food that I saw when I was in China.
We got the live adventure Chef Dennis.
The live adventure, and then I'm going to try to recreate some of those items that we saw while we were there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, so that's coming up soon too. So this is now nice and golden brown. This is will be perfect for us to serve. We're going to let this sit over the oil for just a few minutes so that the oil can drain and so it's not too hot.
Awesome. Well, it's been a blast teaching You teaching.
No.
Me getting to watch and ask
we-
questions. I hope you guys have really enjoyed.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, and let us
everybody.
know if you'd like us to do it again. I think it would be fun.
Yeah, and maybe we can get someone to come on and cook with us.
That sounds like a great idea. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. One of the things we've wanted to do, and we did one, is to do more cooking with another chef.
Yes,
we did one with Chef Ashley Amon.
Yeah, she's amazing. We loved Chef
That was
Ashley.
so much fun. If you haven't seen that, that's a cool one to go back. We called it a podcast. Sitting. We found out sitting and chatting just got boring, so we figured we'd cook and chat.
We could chat all day.
We could, and maybe we put you to sleep. I don't know. But anyway,
so let's
plate
plate
here we
this
go.
up.
Plate them up.
Yep. We're gonna plate these up, and it's best if you put this with a little bit of ice cream. Maybe just put a scoop of ice cream in the middle, and then whip some fresh cream to go on top. And the way to do fresh cream right is to go low and slow. Because you know that when you use a whisk, you go really fast and you get a nice aeration, but the bubbles are really big. So it won't last as long. So when you go low and slow, if you use a stand mixer, then it will hold for a day, a full day.
Wow.
If you so
Love
that's
it.
that.
Well, thanks for. I would dive into one of these, but I'd prefer not to burn myself.
It's too
so
hot.
we'll call it at this one. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll stick around and watch some more videos on the channel. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.